Howdy, I'm Zach, and welcome back to Alan Wake. It's been a little while since we did any recording. Today is the Thursday after Christmas, but before New Year's. Hoping to get this recorded and edited so I can render it over the weekend and stuff. I'm going to be in Raleigh visiting the lovely Emily for the weekend for New Year's, along with some friends. She was here visiting me over Christmas, which was great. It's nice to have her. And we're actually going to be doing something special for you. We're about to start playing Terraria. I'm going to record it. I'll see what I can do about putting it together into a YouTube series. Terraria has a lot of slow sections, so there's going to be a lot of stuff that I just sort of fast forward through or cut out entirely. But I think overall it's going to be a lot of fun. But today we're playing Alan Wake, so let's get going. If I can remember where I was. Holy crap, I have 11 flare gun flares? Wow.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat.
And I want a boat? I should buy a boat.
I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Aw, crap. Oh wait, I've seen this part.
I'm coming!
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that Ryder just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the Dark Presence before it attacked me.
The Dark Presence. Episode 4, The Truth.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Well, it certainly doesn't make any less sense than what is already happening.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
It's not much of a prison. Got a typewriter.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of
I can
course.
take that guy. I'm
I
taller than him.
encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
I could
Splendid,
totally
Alan.
take him.
I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
I'm
This
sure he
way,
took all
Alan.
my guns, though. Something isn't right here.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking,
Unusual,
an
that's
obsession about light
certain.
and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind?
Yeah.
You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
What about the dream I had before the accident? Beyond the shadow you settle for, there's a miracle illuminated. TZ. I forget his name off the top of my head. Tom. Yeah, Tom, I'm pretty sure that was it. They really outdid themselves with this area. This is really pretty.
Never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
Huh.
Well, no matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
I thought about saying something just then, and then I realized that
Let's go inside.
me talking over both of them would be like the worst thing ever.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
That graphical effect, I saw it for just a second.
Emerson,
Something's extra odd about that model they used. It's got to have been intentional,
I'm
but
a
it
real
seems...
bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry.
It's like weirdly squished.
Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
It's
Ooh-yah.
trash, of course, but it does involve some
to the
small
head.
creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La 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 la
the hell is this?
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Schedule visits. Long-term creative problems. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow. Interesting.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
Night Springs.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well,
awesome.
in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up.
Of course it
I'd better go
has.
check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Yes, but
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
not crazy enough.
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro?
It's
He's
not my
gotta
name.
Go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm.
Valhalla.
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
What?
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, Zane could feel the poems taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words. The Andersons made more sense.
That's what he's been saving? A piece of the manuscript?
Bad dream. You can't wake up.
I'm not gonna stop and talk to you. I guess I can get back to my room.
Dr. Hartman was worried about the power.
The doors
again.
were
He's
locked.
checking on it now.
Hartman and the nurses would
Yeah,
have
good thing
keys,
he's not
but there was no way to
overreacting
get my
right now.
hands on them.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Burge. The storm's bound to make you know who jump
I'm not
in. You know
myself.
how they get.
It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin.
That's
I've been for
creepy.
days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
I don't like this, Alan.
Shut up. But I don't see nightmares.
Ooh, coffee.
Because I'm too
It's good to know that even in your nightmares, coffee's real. Is that a QR code? Hold on, I'm gonna scan this with my actual phone. I'm I'm gonna skip this because I might have to download one.